Hello there, my name's Peter Watson, and one of the things I do is I help people get a better understanding of the business news. Now, when I go and talk about this in universities and companies, a lot of people say that they find that this is quite difficult to do because they don't really know where to start because there is just so much information out there. Now, one of the ways I suggest of addressing this is to take a leaf out of super investor Warren Buffett's book and invest in what you know. So, I would say that pretty much everyone has been to a shop, so I think a good place to start is in retail. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you on a walk up my high street in the place where I live, in a place called Guildford. Here we go. So here we are on Guildford High Street. Look, it's even called the High Street. We'll have a quick look up there as we're going along here. So there you go, there's Guildford High Street, cobbled High Street. So anyway, look around here, we're going to start off with Debenhams. This particular one was actually built at the end of the 60s, but is going to close after Christmas trading 2019 because obviously Debenhams is having an absolute nightmare, as are all department stores in the UK at the moment. It's one of those retailers on the high street that's been having mixed fortunes of late, but actually they have signed a very interesting deal with Amazon recently. So what happens there is you can pick up your Amazon order in Next, which will benefit both sides because it is more convenient for Amazon customers, but also it's great for Next as well because they will benefit from increased footfall, and if there's more people in the shops, there's more chance that they're going to buy some stuff. So, walking further up the high street, here is Marks & Spencer. Marks & Spencer have been having an absolute nightmare. They have had a big management clear out at the top, and they are really having to sort a lot of stuff out at the moment. Anyway, one of the good things is that they have replaced Waitrose as Ocado's partner. That's going to come into force in the next few months or a year or something like that. But anyway, I would say the only way is up for Marks & Spencer. Then we have a look over here, which is Phase 8. Phase 8 is owned by a South African company called Foschini, I don't know how to say that, which also, fun fact, also owns whistles. So anyway, up here we have Monsoon Accessories. Now, a lot of people don't realise, but they are actually the same company. They are one of the many retailers that are actually looking at trying to get a CVA at the moment because they are having an absolute mare. Lots of potential store closures, I would have thought. So here we are, a bit further up the high streets. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It's so murky today, it's so murky, and it's supposed to be June. But anyway, here is Gap. So Gap is is at a very difficult point in its development. It is suffering, like everyone else is, from increased competition, and so what it's going to do is it's actually going to split itself into two quoted companies. One is going to be called Gap, and that's going to comprise of brands including things like Banana Republic, and the other side is going to be called Old Navy. But there you go, that's going to happen relatively soon, so let's hope it works for them. So, further up the high streets, I thought I'd end today's little segment with House of Fraser. So, House of Fraser, like all department stores in the UK, has had an absolute nightmare over the last few years. It was bought last year by Mike Ashley's Sports Direct for only £90 million. Now, what he's going to do, apparently, he's got plans to split it into two. One is Fraser's, which is going to be upmarket, lots of designer brands. And then the other, all the rest of them are going to be House of Fraser, which are going to be more mass market brands. But there you go, those plans aren't finalised, but that sounds like something that he is actually going to execute. So that's the end of the walk up Guildford High Street for today. I hope you enjoyed it.